Ah, there we go. All right, and welcome to another episode of Good Dawning with myself. My name's Josh, or used to be Mr. Floyd here, and so welcome here, guys. Grateful to be here, and welcome to the army of the Universal Army of Love. Don't know where it's going, but better Mr. Josh's universe, not exactly. So grateful, guys. Yay! Tina, Ellie, Sandra, welcome. Grateful to be here, guys. And how are we doing? All is pretty peaceful here. And there we go. There we go. Relight. So welcome, guys. Yay. All right. So let's see what we've got today. And L is short for Michelle in my case. Oh, hi, Michelle. Hi, how are you? Welcome. Grateful. So how are we doing, guys? Another good dawning. And another day. Been thinking too much. Yeah, no, I understand that. I stopped thinking a while ago. I just kind of go on instinct at this point. Bonnie Binsky, good dawning. Welcome, beautiful soul. Grateful to see you. How are you? How's your universe? All right, let's see what we've got from Kuan Yin here. All right, so this is not a completely legal card here, so we will do one of these things. There we go. It is Empress of the Pearl. You have an inner gift of great value, born of struggle, adversity, and challenge in wisdom. You know that suffering can lead to growth, provided you are willing to search for a way to heal through it. Seeing challenges as ways to expand your spiritual light empowers you to focus on your growing light rather than getting caught up in suffering. So, yeah, so don't get caught up in suffering. Just see your challenges as growth, right? And that's really all it is, anyways, right? If you want to think it as suffering, then. But are you really ever suffering? Because this doesn't exactly. You only think you are, right? Exactly. All right, let's. Do not disturb. There we go. All right, so welcome, guys. Welcome to Good Dawning here. If you're new here, please like, subscribe, hit the bell. And thank you, Kuan Yin. And yeah, so what we do here, we do channeling. We do all kinds of different things. I'm a open channeler, and I channel Archangel Raphael, Saint Germain, Goddess Isis, Kuan Yin, Sekhmet, and White Buffalo Calf Woman. I've been charged from Saint Germain and Archangel Raphael to something with this Universal Army of Love, which has been in my frame since 2014. So as we see who shows up in my frame, because this takes other people, and we'll see how this kind of morphs. But one day at a time, right? So welcome, guys. Grateful that anybody who's here. But this is the Master Ascension's Light Code deck, as channeled through Kelly Kaladi of the Archangel Raphael, and given us by Blindly Inspired, or Krista. And yeah, so let's see what we have here and what we're looking at from Archangel Raphael, whom we channel here. All right, let's give the cards a bit of a pretty spot on, Tina, eh? There we go. Good shuffle offigus of the cards. All right, and let's see what we've got here. We take the bottom card as the energetics for today, and the top three as how we obtain those energetics. And let's see what we've got. The Akashic Records. All right. So review your past lives. So in this case, they're asking us to look into our Akashic Records, and you can certainly watch Viviani or Diane G if you want to do that as well. But so yeah, second card, how to get there. All right, so the first card, easy enough. We work with Saint Germain. It's the Violet Flame. There we go. So prepare for transformation. So There you go. All right, I'll take it. What's transforming in your universe? Lumerian Dolphin Temple. I've only seen this card once. Lots of cards here, right? I've only seen this card once in the entire time I've seen this deck. The Lumerian Dolphin Temple. Share your song. That's what we're doing now, right? At least sort of. So the Lumerian Dolphin Temple. And finally, partnership is the last one. And kind of what the Universal Army of Love would kind of need is more people to make it a partnership, because it's not just about me, but in the physical. We are here. We'll start it with people, right? So welcome, guys. So we put all this together here. It's so look back at your past and see that you're not there anymore, right? That's the past, the first card. It's the energy of the past. In order to get out of that energy, we step into the violet flame and prepare for transformation. We transform, right? We share our song. And then, of course, partnership comes in. So we can't argue with that. I've been seeing kinds of signs of possible partnership in the universe. But the universe will tell you when a partner's coming in. If you're listening, they will do so through all kinds of different ways. But you may hear it in multiple tarot readings. If you look at every Cancer reading on the planet right now, they're all... Since Jupiter has finally gone direct in Cancer, which it's been mostly actually, and this is why Cancers have mostly had a crappy year, is because Jupiter was in retrograde in Cancer. So it went in, and then he gained Jupiter. It retrograded for 6 months, 8 months, something stupid, 6 months. So yeah, so it's Cancer we don't even get the full 12 months of Jupiter. It just reversed right out, just like that. But yeah. So now that it's going to be direct, at least till it's done, we can ground it. But yeah, so I don't know. What are you guys moving forward? So all right, so card number 7 is at the bottom of the deck here. 7 people, 7 cards. Soul purpose. There we go, number 7. Exactly. So welcome to the army I love. Life path, divine guidance, success, alignment, mission, fulfillment. Your angels are pleased with your choices. You are letting you know that you are on the right path as you keep up the good work, as you're successfully fulfilling your soul purpose and life mission. Wow. Of course, the card below that was pretty good too. 2020, perfect vision, right? But, all right. That was the card we put back yesterday, so we're going to grab one in the middle. All right, 1818. And we 1812 over here. Meant for success. So, yeah, I'll take all of what it's stating there. Success, purpose, change, prosperity, life path transformation, and major changes coming. And while it may feel disruptive, it guides you towards success. Embrace this shift as it will lead you towards your purpose and financial prosperity soon. Reasons for this change will become clear, revealing your true path. So there we go. So, favor, Garnet. Good dawning there, brother. It's kind of hard to see who's on the screen there because the light's like right in front of me here. But yeah, so I'm blowing right in my face too. That's better, but we got some better lighting than we've had. But I've got my my box light and all that. I could actually break it out, but we haven't used that in forever. But and I don't use the microphone. I thought about that, getting my microphone out, but it doesn't. Something about the Pixel phone, it doesn't work well with any external microphone. It doesn't work with any gimbal. It doesn't flip. The camera doesn't flip around in the front. So I may exchange this for Galaxy S26 at some point here because it's not meeting my needs. And so we haven't seen any ramblings or anything because I can't. If I do want to do a rambling, I can only point the camera in one direction. So if I want to spin the camera backwards to face me, I have to pick the physical phone up and turn it around and then hope that I'm looking at myself, right? Because it's the only phone on the planet that just will never have the and they said it, they'll never do it. The reverse, the flip the camera while you're recording, so the front and back at the same time. Your volume is good, thank you. Yeah, I thought about using the microphone. We're gonna do a test run maybe tomorrow with the microphone and see if we can get it to work. But generally speaking, no external microphone generally tends to work well with just the regular Google phone. If I had a Samsung, we never would have stopped using the microphone. But or the gimbal or any of that. But yeah, so we'll see. I may end up trying to flip this phone around. Which phone do you have? so I know not to get. Don't get a Google Pixel phone. A Pixel phone, it's you're just kind of stuck like Chuck, right? So yeah, like a lot of things that you can do on other phones, you cannot do on a regular Google Pixel. So yeah, it's kind of frustrating, but that's why I'm seeing ramblings. If I drive around, maybe I'll give you a rambling from the front end where you can see about the car. But otherwise, yeah, it's kind of a pointless. I can't flip it around unless I spin the or stand out in front of the car, right? I could stand in the front of the hood and wave. But that would work too. Sandra, hi, how we doing? Welcome. All right, so changes, right? So welcome to the changes channel, and big changes here as we step forth in the Universal Army of Love. I have no idea what that really is going to look like yet, but when I was 2014, 2015 there, I wrote it. It came in like until I wrote it down on a notepad. This is how we roll, and yeah, and so I stuck it to the fridge, and there it lied, and then I bought the URL, and there it lied, and so I mean, it's great to have my universe and everything, but we all have our own universe. So it's like, why is my universe any more interesting than anybody else's? And so we flipped the name to the Universal Army of Love, and Lord knows this planet could use an army of love versus an army of hate, an army of taking away versus we could have an army that brings forth, right? And so, are you an army guy? I was in the army. Yes, I was a air traffic controller at Wheeler Sac Army Airfield in Fort Drum, New York, in the mid '90s. Actually, the only actual time the United States was considered in peacetime in its entire history was in 1995 through 1997. We fired 0 bullets and killed 0 people that we know of. So yeah, so I brought peacetime. I'm gonna say it that way, right? I brought peacetime to the military, but no, I was yes, I was in air traffic control. I don't support. I support the people in the military. I don't support the concept of a military anymore because that's just humanity's ultimate fear of itself, right? And if we took all that money that we had in ultimate fear of ourselves instead of buying weapons of mass distraction, mostly, yeah, then we could actually create something on planet Earth. But yeah, they'd rather create large things that make booms and bangs and stuff. So, but yeah, so we're that counter army, right? So now, if the universe is gonna have, if Earth is gonna have an army that's gonna be like we blow each other, right? Why can't it have an army that loves each other just as equally? It's just quite simple, right? And it's not very complicated. I have an edge and I am constantly tapping on something I don't intend. Oh yeah, so I have one of those. The Edge Galaxy S23, 4 Edge or whatever, 23, 24. And yeah, the Edge, they don't make the Edge screens anymore. They're terrible. The curved screen, I busted that screen twice and I actually replaced it once and now it's broken again. It's in my backpack over here, but I could get the screen fixed and use it, but again, but yeah, no, that screen does. That's why I stopped making the Edge because the screen kept popping. Right, you'd bang, and it would just shatter, crack, explode, whatever it would do. But yeah, so it would not work. How's that? But yeah, you got me beat, Sandra. I was 28 when I woke up. When I woke up going to 40s. 28 degrees when I woke up going to the 40s. Oh, there we go. I have an LG phone, last one they made. It's excellent, but lots of my apps are not being supported anymore. Makes me sad because it still works so well. Yeah, it's you know how it goes, right? We're gonna stop supporting this phone because it doesn't support. I mean, there's two sides that need support, right? So the phone supports you, theoretically, on the app side, but it needs to support them on the exactly, and if it can't do what it's gonna do there and track and trace and all of the gizmos and gadgemos that they wanna write, then you guys get the idea. We're not right. Thank you, Bonnie. I'm out here in mild British Columbia. Wow, you're in BC. I had no idea you were in BC. So yeah, we've got people watch this channel from every single from all over Canada at this point. That's crazy. All right, guys, so let's do a couple of things that we normally do here, right? The show doesn't totally change per se, but it will start to shift. The channel will start to shift, and as hopefully people come in here, and as I meet people in the physical, right, then we can start projects here in the physical here in Denver, in the area. And who knows? We'll see what happens here with the Universal Army of Love. But I couldn't keep it my universe anymore. As exciting as it was, who really cares? I mean, let's be honest, we all have our own universe we got to deal with. And so, what's the purpose of me really doing all this? And it's always been, in some fashion, to do something with the Universal Army of Love. And if you can build a website, then you can, if you want to email me at new email address, Universal Army of Love, the Universal Army of Love, at gmail.com. Please do so. But yeah, so that's changed. It's in the description. So we've changed the email address is morphed with the channel itself to the Universal Army of Love as well. And we are at Universal Army of Love when we are out and about on YouTube, on the tube. So there we go. Is that Fahrenheit or Celsius? Fahrenheit. The 33 level Mason who crushed everybody below him. Like, you all freeze out. I'm 33. Yeah, which makes, there's really no reason for 33 to be frozen or not, right? We just make it up. Forced obsolescence, to say the least. Well, they forced the obsolescence because I'm going to state something here. I mean, it should be an obvious at this point. The technology in the phone doesn't spy on you enough, right? So spy on you well enough. So they forced the phone to be obsolete so that you have to get one that's a better spy tech, right? Let's be honest. If you had an old phone, if you had like a G1, right? The old Google phone, you could take the battery out and they can't do anything about it. What do you think like the phones don't have removable batteries now, right? But yeah, exactly. The latest listening chip and all that jazziola. But yeah, so let's do some breath work and stuff. So what we purpose of the show, of course, is to do energetic work to set us for the day so that we have a better universe. And as I can state for myself, I've been doing these energetics now for a minute. I am creating a better universe for myself at least, and hopefully you guys are as well. But yeah, so let's and eventually, of course, the background here, basement will all shift, and lots of things will shift here, in the not too distant future. And who knows, we may even try to get this out to the park and such. 6:30 is a little early, but in the summer, who knows? Because literally, I passed the same park that we used to do good donning in the donning on the way to work. So anything is feasible, but we may flip this around a little bit here in the not too distant future, just once more. So we can attend the park as well here when it's not raining, which is like 29 days out of the month around here. So we'll see. That makes sense being Celsius. Still pretty chilly. Brr. Absolutely. All right, so let's do some energy work, what we generally do here in the show here. Generally, we call on our guides and angels and the like. First thing in the dawning, then we release our nervous system, and then if you just at least do that and set some sort of intention for the day, then you're doing better than most, right? Because most people just roll out of bed. I think if you just roll out of bed and have a cigarette or something, or just roll out of bed and smoke, or drink the rest of the alcohol you had from last night, or anything like that. So yeah, so you're already doing way better, right? Because you're doing a positive. In Canada, outside temp is Celsius. Oven temp is Fahrenheit. It makes no sense whatsoever. Why? Oh, so you don't have to change the stoves that you buy from America. They can ship you the same stoves, but none of it makes any sense. Today's stone, it's from Colorado, too. It's a Colorado stone. Road night. Find a way to forgive. So I don't know if you have any forgiveness that you need to do in yourself, for anybody outside of yourself, but to find a way to forgive. With the row denied. All right, so let's call on our guides, our angels, and the like. And yeah, grateful, right? So yeah, if you want to join me, it's real simple here. We call on all of our guides. We call on all of the angels we work with. We call on all the archangels that work with us and we work with. We call on all of the energies, the cryptids and like, and spirit animals that we work with. We call in all of our ancestors. We call in any other energies that work with us, that we work with in love and peace. We call in, of course, Isis And of course, accept and are grateful for her pyramid of light protection today. We call in Archangel Raphael and are grateful for his healing light. And we call in Saint Germain and we are grateful for his alchemy and the violet flame. I need to autocorrect to spell Fahrenheit for me. So we say thank you and appreciate our guides, our angels, and whatnot. And of course, we thank Isis for the protection of those energies that do not need to be in our frame today, that we can, that do not need to be in our universe and the like. And with that, we say hallelujah, thank you, and so it is. All right, there we go, guys. If you want to join me as well, then we're going to do our breath work, right? So we do 3 breaths here in the dawning. First breath is, and this is as directed by Dr. Joe Dispenza, but I actually got it from David Bears was the one who kind of kicked me in the teeth on this here. But if you want to join me, that would be great. If so I think we're all using autocorrect for spelling the breath work. There we go. So breathe in with me. First breath is, of course, going to be what? Taking out the trash, which is our trauma. Second one is, of course, finding our happy place. And third one is telling ourselves that we are safe. So first breath, we breathe in, we hold it for 5 seconds and release. So breathe in. Hold it. And see yourself in your trauma, releasing and removing your trauma, and breathe out. Second breath, your happy place. For me, it's Maho Beach. Breathe in. Hold it and release. By being in your happy place, breathe out. And finally, third breath. Third breath, we breathe in and out. And as we breathe out, we are safe. Breathe in. There you go. All right, so you should have released your nervous system at this point. If you have not, that's up to you. But or hopefully you have. But you should feel that like kind of jello kind of. Your body should be really relaxed right now. There we go. All right, I use autocorrect. You do? I do too. Who doesn't? It's when the autocorrect tries to take over and you can't find the right word, or it just takes over, and then you're like, wait a minute, that's not what I was intending. But yeah, autocorrect all day long, right? There was a highway built over my waterfall in the second breath. Okay, cool. I don't know if that's good or I don't know. There was a highway though. Where are you going? That's the question. Then. All right, so yeah, so how are we doing, guys? I'm grateful. So what do you want to see? I'm gonna ask a few questions if you want to answer. What are you guys looking to see on the universal army of love here? The idea is that we bind together, right? And that humanity, as a counterbalance, right? We have an army of blowing things up. Why not have an army that creates love, right? An army that goes out into the world, that brings that love, that shows people that they can be of love, and that helps those in the universe, right? So if you have anything specific that you would want to add to the Universal Army of Love or have any ideas, you can always email me at the Universal Army of Love at gmail.com. Or you can, of course, put anything you want in the chat there or leave a comment. That would be blessed, right? Leave a comment on the show itself. That would be great. And we can get it more to the algorithm if we do so. And but is typing my pinky... It's typing my pinky finger that's slow, getting me in trouble. There we go. I jammed this finger up the other day, and but it seems to be healing. But for a minute there, I thought I actually broke it. It was so jammed up. It was not even funny. My ring finger, and I don't even know how. Right? You ever just wake up and it's like, what did I do? Like, how did I jam up my finger? Like, did I roll over and like crunch it in the bed or something? I have no idea. But it was not fun, right? But yeah, so grateful, guys. So yeah, let's do a channeling here, and we'll see what we've got. First time seeing. Where did it come from? Theoretical question. Sounds like you need a take two, Tina. There we go. Let's get Tina a take two. There was a high. Oh, we got that. All right, guys. So I'm gonna do a channeling here. And we'll take it from there. We'll work with. I don't, like I said, I don't have a lot of my stones out based on where I'm at, but the calcite. There we go. Orange calcite. We'll work with that today for abundance, and to bring in more flow into our universe, and yeah. So let's see what we've got here. But grateful, guys. I woke up with joints out of place all the time. You got to keep your joints in the same box, right? If the joints are like rolled out and scattered about, then they're going to dry out, and you got to put all your joints in the right in same container, and then make sure it's like airtight, right? But yeah, there you go. But no favor. That's got to hurt. Waking up with your joints out of place there. But yeah, so favor. All right, guys. So here we go. We'll do a channeling and kind of see where we are from there. But grateful. All right. So join me. Sekhmet here, and we are grateful to be channeling through Josh for you today. Sekhmet wants you to understand that you are watching a change, right? A shift in your channeler and the channel from just expressing to creating purpose, right? You are watching a shift, right? If you are in understanding. A lot of you are here, but not understanding what the army of love, the idea is. And I don't think our channeler even completely understands, but this idea has been in his universe since 2014. The idea that if we are going to create a universe, right, in a new universe, why can there not be a group, a large group of those who are awake, right, who are aware, who can carry the love, carry the peace in themselves as a group, right, as a army, an army that spreads more love on this planet, an army that spreads more peace on this planet, an army that hugs those who need the hug, an army that helps those in need. Your planet is in a space right now where they are helping themselves. Those who are running your show are running away with the spoon so badly right now, so much, that from your end, you'd be lucky to have a dish to put the spoon in the not too distant future. If you are an understanding, Sekhmet wants you to understand that it's time for all of us to find our inner raw, right? Our inner energy. It's time for all of us to step forward. But as we step forward, where are we stepping, right? As a unified species, we can do anything. As a unified humanity, you are unstoppable. But right now, they are dividing you to the teeth. They are dividing you in every which way possible. You are being divided from the ground up. And they are trying to divide you to the point where you start grounding each other out, right? They want the religions to divide this planet to the point where there is nothing left, right? And so from your end, what are you seeing and what are you allowing in your universe? And are you seeing that you could be this change on the planet that the planet is looking for? That is the point of the army of love, is that each and every one of you are walking change on this planet. You are not of the violence that is going on. You are not of the lying, the grifting, the grafting, and the stealing that is going on this planet. Are you? That is the question of yourself, and we are grateful to see you, Lotus. The question Sekhmet is asking each and every one of you is, what are you doing in your walk today? And if you would like, do you like your walk? And do you like the way the world is walking towards right now? Because we all have an opportunity, a grand opportunity to bond together, which is a way to make change on this planet. But if we bond together as an army of one love, one peace, one change, we create a new earth, that can sustain, not the new earth that you are feeling inside your heart. That is your call to action. But a new earth, one that does not lie, cheat, grift, graft. A new earth that is built on love and peace. If there is going to be those on this planet who are going to unbalance the scales, right? And your scales have not been balanced for years. Is there anything wrong with your species, with humans, binding together in love versus as they are binding together to destroy? Why has that not happened on your planet? Your scattered energies have not allowed you to come to unify as one in a meaningful way since many years ago. And as you have unified, you have created destruction nonetheless, especially in the Americas, right? So the unification, the marching, and the destroying is not what we are looking for, right? Those days are over too. If you are angry, it is not your job to blow up or destroy or run into a Walgreens and tear up the store, right? If you are angry, it is your job to send more love, to see how you can counterbalance the energies. But by taking that anger and turning it into destruction on your planet, by you are in a grand space here. Your humanity is in a space that is open for a possibility for new. But you must find the new within you first. And if you can find yourself as a symbol of love, as a beacon of hope on this planet, as joy on this planet, Lara B., we are grateful. So if you are finding yourself watching the war and news and all these stuff that they are allowing you even to see that is going on your planet, the lies that they are fulfilling, the major grifting and grafting, if you are truly in understanding what is going on your planet, then you will see that there are those who are making trillions on this, right? Notice your oil prices go down. Then they go back up. But then they go back down. And now somebody is being investigated for that. Making trillions, almost. Close to it. From that. And you all know who he is. So the question is, from your end, do you stand here and allow for that? Those who are raking and raping planet Earth and raking in the funds as they are destroying and creating patterns that are making them wealthy while we are standing here scratching our heads. This is your call to action. Sekhmet is asking you if you are seeing where there is a call for you. Sekhmet is asking you as well to see the action that is needing to be taken on your planet. For those who are in charge are running us into the ground, driving us into the end, so to speak, and are taking more and more control, right? If you are saying there will be peace, then the oil price goes down. And then you are buying billions of it to watch it only go back up when you say there is no peace. We are being run over like a freight train in many different directions on this planet. Humanity is not. They are doing on this planet is anti-human, right? So it is our job to create the army of love. Those who are in peace. Those who are in helpfulness. Those who are seeing that we are a unified species in the only way. There are many ways, but if we are not combining as one, right? Working together as one, as a species as one, then we will not get anywhere as one, right? So the question you have to ask yourself, and each and every one of you are having to ask, and Sekhmet is asking you, Where's your inner roar? Where is your inner peace? And where is the change that you are looking for? Are you going to just walk the earth in anger and allow for these things to come through, right? Sekhmet is asking you, are you willing to be that agent of change? Are you willing to stand strong within the new earth? And are you willing to step yourself forward and be part of that army of love, of peace, of helpfulness on Mother Gaia? We're not asking each and every one of you to do anything more spectacular than to be our best, to see through a lens of helpfulness, to see through a lens of love, to understand that each and every one of us are interconnected as one bigger energy. And if humanity started acting from a frequency that we are one, not separated, your universe could change overnight. But right now, you are allowing the separation. You are allowing those who are running the show to get very wealthy off of the show that they have created in the first place. You are allowing those that are running your universe to co-opt your energies. And you are allowing those who are running the show to run away. The dish has gone way beyond running away with the spoon, so to speak, if you are familiar with that metaphor. It is our job as a unified humanity to send the love, the frequency of peace, the frequency of sharing, the frequency of helpfulness. What is going on this planet is the complete opposite. We aren't being helpful to anybody. We aren't sharing anything. Those who are in charge are consolidating, right? And if you are understanding their plans, then you won't be able to share much of anything in the not too distant future if they were to have their way. But we are not going to let the dish run away with the spoon. Sekhmet wants you to understand that you are your own inner lion. You have your own inner roar that is allowed to be heard and should be. And if we combine together as one bigger roar on this planet, we've had enough and we are not going to take it anymore. We stand in love. We stand in unity. One day at a time, each and every one of us will find our footing. And this army will become a foot project with feet on the ground. There we go. For it is time for humanity to realize through its realize, not the traumatized that most of us are seeing the greater source field in the universe through. It's time for us to realize the lies that they have been telling us. It's time for us to realize the energy that's been co-opted from each and every one of us. It's time for us to realize that they don't care about you, the poisons that they are giving you, the wonderful bath your food takes every time before you get to eat it in the grocery store, right? What they are doing on your planet, and we don't want to say certain things, right? But what they are doing to each and every one of you on this planet with the advent of your digital currencies will be the rope that will hang all in each and every one of you. For the digital currency will give you no freedom. It will take your space. It is our job as loving beings to stand strong and to say, no, we do not want that. Why are we allowing you to create a universe for me? It's not their job. It is our job to create our own universe. It's our job to tell them that's not the universe that we want. Why is it that 9 billion of you allow less than 100,000 of them to create the universe that is locking you down, that is putting you in a place, that is slowly but surely eroding your freedoms, right? It is our job as humanity, as a one, as a species of, if we are going to be any further, it is our job to unite, to realize, again, through the real eyes that we have, not the traumatized lens that they want us to see through. where we are going as a species, who we are as a unified soul, right? That is the last thing that they want you to understand, is that what they are doing over there is happening to you as well. For each person who dies, you inside died just a little bit, because why? They are erasing parts of you. If you are in understanding, right? For everybody who is erased from this planet, that is a little spark of you that is erased as well, because we are all the same energy. If you are in understanding, what we are doing is insane, right? When you think about it, Sekhmet wants you to understand that the energy that is you is the same energy that is everybody else. And if we are saying that your energy is no good, then you are saying to yourself that you are no good. And it's time for us to stop operating in this trauma parallel. It is time for humanity to stop operating from a space that makes us versus them. It is time for humanity to stop operating from a space of those who have and those who have not. We have created a universe that is no longer working, and they are trying to uphold that universe and put us further into a smaller and smaller cage, and we are not going to allow that, so to speak. We're not asking for you to get violent or dissonant. We are asking you to find the love inside yourself, the peace, to send the healing to Mother Gaia that is needed. That is what we are asking of each and every one of you today, as you go out into your universe, to realize that you are part of a greater picture, that you are part of a picture of love. You are part of the system, the circulation of Mother Earth, the breath that causes her to live. And if you are an understanding that your being on this planet, being of love, being of peace, being of abundance inside yourself, being of open joy, of open energies and joy, right? Countering the energies that they are placing on this planet, that they are hoping that you are wallowing in, so that they can run further away with the spoon and take more control of your universe. And if you are in understanding of how all this is going down, right, then you will see how the army of love is necessary on this planet. You will see how counterbalancing the energy is the only way we are going to survive. There may be others, but it is one way that we will survive. We will ensure the survival of humanity as a free species of love, of peace, of grace and gratitude, right? By binding together and saying, we are not going to take this anymore. You can take this all and stop. We are seeing through the lies. We are seeing the love. We are seeing through the games. And we are seeing how you're grifting and grafting even during this to leverage more and more and more while you take from us. While you drive things purposely higher so you can gain more monies. The greed on this planet is insane, and if it does not stop, it'll drive each and every one of you into a state, right? They are trying to take it all from you. Remember, they are telling you will own nothing. And if you are an understanding, then it is our job as a species to say we'd reject your future. Those of us in the first wave, those of us watching this channeling, are an understanding already of our purpose, a higher purpose to be on planet Earth. We are already understanding of the shadow aspects of ourselves to an extent, and we are an understanding of being co-opted by energetics in some fashion, right? And if you are an understanding of that, Sekhmet wants you to understand, then you are part of this army of love already, because you see through the lies. You see through the manipulation. You see that those that are even trying to tell you what is going on are being jailed. And you are seeing for the first time a clear reality, right? Those of you who are in understanding and are seeing for the first time the reality that we are standing in, right? That they are doing one thing, they had to run away with the spoon to cover up what they had been covering up for years already. This planet is nothing more than a lie after a lie after a cover-up after a cover-up after a cover-up. And if you are in understanding, there's nothing to cover up in your universe. Just to open up to more love, open up to allowing more peace, and opening up to change in your universe to help change the greater source field Otherwise, humanity, the dish is going to run so far away with the spoon that most of us here won't be able to. Exactly. And we aren't going very far there, but you are an understanding of what they are looking for, right? When they create their digital monies and tell you what you can and cannot buy, well, they are not even worrying about the monies, just taking what they need, right? They create their money out of thin air, generally speaking, ones and zeros. We have to slave it out, right? So to speak in humanity's terms. So from your end, where do you see yourself in the change that is coming in this planet? Are you going to allow for the dish to run away with your spoon? Are you going to allow the dish to tell you you cannot move your car? It's walking down the street might be too much right now, or that you have to sit at home and conserve your energy with your power off while they are driving around in their jets, flying around in there, and want to worry about power, right? And one day they are using more energy than you would ever use in your lifetime. And when they sit there and tell you that you have to sit at home to conserve energy, but are flying around and blowing this, that up, and the other, right? Then they are just hypocritical they are just putting you in a cage. And if you are not seeing that at this point, then the cage is in your mind already. The cage has trapped your soul, right? Favor, it has not. But Sekhmet wants you to understand that if we each find our fierce self, and we say to each and every one of them, as a unified species, we are not going to take this anymore. We are the ones in the control, because we are the masses. It is the masses who have been mass hallucinated, mass lied to, and mass covered up, mass ignored. You are done with that. You will begin to see what the first wave purpose is on this planet, right? We are here to create a counterbalance. You are here to be part of that army, right? That army of counter hate with love, that army of counter greed with sharing, that army of counter narcissistic, egotistic, nasty. All that energy shall be wiped from your planet. We are done with that. We are done with blowing people up as fun. Who calls this fun? This is not fun, right? We are done with that. And this army declares peace within humanity already. The peace has to come from your heart. But if you carry that heart in each and everything that you do, each and every one of you, we can declare peace on this planet through one individual at a time. It is time that humanity realizes what it is, who it is, and how it can direct its own future, shaking off those who would have you, in most cases, eradicated from this planet to begin with, right? You are an understanding here, Georgia, and your stones that aren't there anymore, your writings and your books. If you are seeing the greater picture, this is not only a survival fight for your species as a whole, it's a survival right for everybody's rights, everybody as a whole, including the animals. If you are an understanding, there is even... We aren't going very far here, but yes, that is also part of the deal. So what we are getting at, when they are taking control, they are taking control of everything, right? The weather, Mother Nature, you, your thoughts. Those would be your individual thoughts. If you are not understanding, one day the dish will try to run away with those spoons too, right? If you are an understanding, and what you are hearing, right? Those who are wealthy will be able to go see the world, but those who are not will wear VR goggles in their living room and can visit wherever they want without ever having to or being allowed to leave their home. That was stated on your planet just this week. If you are happy with those energies, do nothing. Stand strong in nothing and allow for this to happen. If you are an understanding of what we can do as a species, as a larger one-source soul, then it is your job to start walking in love. It is your job to say, not in my universe will these things occur. And it is our job to unify that energy as the counterbalance. Otherwise, humanity as a whole. Do you want to be one of those whose dishes have been run away with? Where you find that you wake up one day and the title to your home is owned by a rock that's black because you cannot own it anymore, right? You go to the store to buy clothes and they are saying you can only rent it. You are going to get a new stove, and they say there is a fee to use the stove of $30 every month. Are there talk of even subscriptions to push the start button on your General Motors car? Literally the case. You will buy the car and then have to pay $150 to $1,000 a month, depending on how many times you start the car. Each push will cost you money. Are you in understanding what they are doing to you and how they are farming you, how they are raking you, and in some cases, how they are financially raping you as well, right? If you are in understanding that you would have to have a subscription to turn on a seat warmer for a certain brand of car, how you are being, if you are allowing for these things and you are not saying, as a species, right, we are not going to take this. Why would anybody buy a car that says, please deposit a quarter, so to speak, to heat your seat? If you are buying that car and you are agreeing to that, then that is on you. But why would anybody? If you all stopped buying that car for one day, then that car would never, ever even think of charging you to heat the seats. Are you an understanding of where you are allowing yourselves to be co-opted in your universe? If you all decided to stand in front of the grocery stores and say, you aren't spraying my food with that crap any further, and you all stood outside and said, we aren't buying a lick of it until you change the rules. Humanity has to find some backbone. You could change anything you want on this planet if you choose to by bonding together. You choose not to, and you choose to run around in the trauma, right? In the drama, in the division that they have created for you. If you are enjoying the divide, then keep it up. If you are enjoying the lies, then keep it up. If you want to wake up one day and find that they have legally taken your property and that your car, in order to drive your car, right, you have to do X, Y, and Z, or you have to pay $1 a mile or whatever it is because they want more of your money. That's all it is. They want. But eventually you may wake up to find that they take, they own, and that you are standing there with the clothes on your back, which they will try to figure out how to take from you as well. And if you are an understanding, then this army of love is a necessity on your planet. For without a counterbalance energy, without those out there who are seeing the love, seeing the light, and saying, we are not going to take this anymore. You cannot own the clothes on my back. You cannot own my breath. You can try to tax it, but you cannot own my breath. They will try. You cannot tax what I see, right? And a vision tax, right? That's been proposed too. Just literally taxing the fact that you can see. So at this point, if you are wanting to continue with your head buried in the sand, Sekhmet says that is fine, but you will find you will wake up in a prison that you have no idea and have no way to get out of. Everything will be fed to you as a lie through AI. Everything will be fed to you as to take you, your sovereignty, your universe, your energy. It's our job as the first wavers to help humanity push through with an army of love, to find itself as a unified species. We aren't all having to do the same thing like a hive mind, but if we are not all realizing that I am you and you are me, and that we are all together, right? Then you would not want to harm anybody else. You would not rob from somebody, for you are feeling in lack, because you would understand that this is a reverberating field that will give you all that you feel you are deserving of, right? Those who are stealing from others on this planet are not understanding how true abundance works. That would include your leaders who are creating situations, of course, where they are stealing from you, right? They're not creating from the ether. They are creating energies to take from you, to steal from you, to take your universe. And if you all want to be a part of that, then do nothing. If you want to wake up one day and realize, you won't see much where you realize anymore because it'll all be lies, right? Where you are, if we even make it that far. There are those again who are grifting and grafting their way through this, making trillions. And if you are an understanding of what is going on, you would be angry. We aren't asking you to walk around in anger per se, but to utilize that anger, that frustration, to bring in the love, to release it into the peace, and to release it into the higher self, and see a planet that is unified, see a humanity that is unified, and to see those who are running away with the spoon, those who are taking the initiative to take from you, who are taking the initiative to utilize the current world situation to line their pockets while they are killing others and starving others. And they are laughing about it while they are lighting their cigars and drinking their brandy. If you are in understanding, then this army of love is a necessity on your planet. This army of love must be, and each and every one of you who decide, by making a decision, to turn their backs on the system, so to speak, to say, we've had enough of your war, enough of your games, enough of your lies, enough of your wanting to take from everything from everybody and leave us sitting outside naked, where you just control even our emotions. We're not going to allow for that anymore. And may what you have unrightfully taken from each and everybody else be redistributed back as you're grifting, grafting, lying, and stealing. May the karma of each and every one who has created this mess on this planet. You are the non-mess. You are the love. You are the peace. And you are the one seeing through the lies. Keep those eyes open. Realize, not the eyes that see through the lens of trauma, where you are. What you can do to help. There will be more broadcasts and transmissions. We are just beginning. Find that inside yourself and say, not taking it anymore. I deserve better. I am royalty myself as source love, and I deserve to stand in my own light. We each do, unified as one in love, releasing transmission. Yeah. Thank you, Sekhmet. All right. 12 Lyrians. Thank you, Sekhmet. Continually tearing down and there we go. Fear was beaten into my cellular structure. Mennonite ways. Oh, favor. Dropping the fear. That's the hardest thing to do on this planet, is to drop the fear. Understand it's one of the hardest things to do. I am so sorry you had to go through that. Continually tearing down and conditioning. They're just exactly. And we're conditioned for less and conditioned to, okay, I can only drive 15 minutes. Not even, I can only walk 15 minutes. I hold you in my prayers. Absolutely. Some lots of healing, beautiful animals, and much love, sending them in nature, being freedom and relief. Favor. We love you guys. Tina, could have been worse. I signed up for it. I understood. I grew up in Amish country in the Midwest. I know. Were you like in Ohio? Were you like in the Ohio Amish, Hillsborough County and all that? Let me know, Tina. So it's our job. Thank you, Sekhmet. It is our job, as the first wavers, to be the example, to not be the example of. Right. I'm not co-opted energy anymore, and I hope favor you're not either. But Tina could have been worse. Anything. Yeah, absolutely, guys. All right, so checking the time here. All right, so let's work with the calcite, and then from there we will close out for today. And tomorrow being Wednesday, we'll clear energy, set intentions for the rest of the week. Lots of Amish country in the Midwest, in Missouri. That's true. That's true. There's Amish all over. There's like pockets in Missouri. There's pockets in Ohio, Pennsylvania. Absolutely. But yeah, obviously Pennsylvania being the largest one. But Illinois, Arthur, Illinois. It's the last place in Earth to hear about each and every war. Arthur, Illinois. I have no idea where that is. I've been I lived in Champaign and Chicagoland, but very grateful for the important message for humanity. Thank you, Lotus. Appreciate it. All right, so we're gonna work with the calcite here. We are naturally abundant. The frequencies on planet Earth have been set up to take away our abundance, to leave us in fear. So we're going to utilize the citrine here, or calcite, sorry. I always mix them up. The orange calcite to shift some of those energies, to knock out the energies of lack that they vibrate on this planet, to knock out the energies of disunity, and to knock out the energies of fear. Mary Brooks, good dawning on this planet. So thank you. Hi, Mary. How are you? Join us. Grateful to see you. And we will clear some of those energies from our frame. Just because the greater source field is vibrating in a state of lack or a state of fear doesn't mean that we have to. We are those who can see through all that and see that that's the energy that they're pushing onto the planet. It's what they're creating. It's what those in charge, right, are creating through. And then of course, if you watch the NNC and the XOF and the Windows 11 TV, right? Then yeah, I don't know why they have a news channel, but the Windows 11 there. But they do, and so yeah, so we watch. Right, exactly. They're the ones pumping all the fear. We don't have to eat it. Stay safe. Stay safe. Thank you for sharing. Keep shining. Thank you. All right, so here we go, guys. If you want to join me, energy only works with your permission. What we're doing is breaking down the lies, breaking down the shield, right? That the crap that they throw in front of us to tell us that we're not worthy, right? We're breaking down all that energy, and we're finding our worthiness, and we're going to find our own on this planet, right? So yeah, so the Universal Army of Love, one step at a time. We're halfway monetized, so I can actually put out shirts and stuff. So we will get some army gear going at some point, and one day at a time here, we grow the Army of Love. So if you know somebody who's looking to join, we in the Army of Love, to join the Army of Love with us, please let them know that we're here and share this channel with them. Share the broadcast and share the energy, because it's time humanity figures something out bigger than what it is. It's time to stop letting those, them and they, control us and all of us, right? And it's time that we figure out that we're none. We're not going to take it anymore. And the Army of Love can be that counterbalance. We don't have to do much. We just have to love each other, right? That's what they don't want. And so that's what we can do. And if we do what they don't want, which is love each other, lift each other up, and to help each other, then they can't win. We're in a different universe already. All right, we're just a few more moments here. We're not going to go too long. Good dawnings now will be a little more focused, because I do have to shower, get to work, and all that jazziola. But so a little more timely focused, at least. There we go. All right, so we're going to pick off the programming, pick off all the lies, pick off all the gunk. Yeah, I'm going to look into swap, not too soon, swapping this guy out for a S26, and then I can, with a new Galaxy, I can flip the camera around, and we can do all kinds of different things that I cannot currently do. I can use the microphone again, and I can use the gimbal again, and so yeah, so we will do so most likely at some point. Flip-flop this phone for a better one, different one. Is Good Dawning at the same time for now? Yes, Good Dawning will not change. It's at 6:30. May do something on the weekends at a different time, but Monday through Friday we're at 6:30, 8:30, or 5:30. 7:30 if you're in Florida land or Central Time Zone. There we go. All right, let's seal this off, guys. Really kind of. I have an errand to run too, so let's seal this off. Wow, hermetically sealed. There we go. All right, guys. Thank you all for being here. And we're trying to keep it close to an hour. If you try to keep the show to an hour, it goes better with the algorithm than, but yeah. So thank you, guys. Love that orange calcite. Yeah, I love this. Chloe's Crystals, at Chloe's Crystals on YouTube. That's capital C, or chloe'scrystals.shop on the internet. You can use the now outdated coupon code Floyd, FL, capital FLOYD, capital FAM, to save 15% on her already crazy 80 low prices on crystals. You want the greatest and best crystals, but at the lowest Christ, and check out Chloe's website at chloescrystals.shop. And yeah, this kind of quality you would be getting from Chloe. They're amazing. I'm not a paid sponsor. I just think Chloe's awesome. There we go. But, and so are crystals. But all right, perfect. It's my lunch hour. Oh, Lottie, awesome, awesome guys. Thank you, Lottie, for being here. All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you, Army of Love. And as we go out in the universe today, we carry that love with us, and we carry the peace inside us, and we be that counterbalance. And one day at a time, this army shall grow to help, hopefully, to favor, to help humanity realize we have a better, brighter future than they want us to have. And we can do that one step at a time here. Canadian dollar is only 72 cents. That's generally what. Yeah, it's crazy. How do you? I don't understand how you all live in Canada. You are literally paying more but making less. So when you look in the prices, it's like Canada $25, US $17.95. How? All right, guys. I don't know how you do it. All right, we're gonna close this out with a group hug. So left arm up to the person to your left. Our right arm up to the person to your right. We take our heart chakra out of our left hand and we spin it around through each and every one of us, faster and faster and faster, 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 faster. As we spin our hearts around, they combine into one, like in the Large Hadron Collider, right? And so we spin around until our hearts are one. And as those one hearts spin through each and every one of us, we feel each and everyone's hearts flow through us. We take that love and reverse, hook it up to the greater source field like a reverse tornado. Chink, and send it to the greater source field. We see everybody in the greater source field in love and peace. And we see everybody here in love and peace. And we see everybody out in the greater source field today. Realize that we are unified as one. And that if we decided to, it's only by choice, of course, if we decided that we are unified and we decided that we do not want and we are not going to take and we decide that we want something different for ourselves, it happens. We have to decide that, though. So we see humanity deciding that the dish isn't going to run away with the spoon and that we are done with the energetics that are on this planet as they are. And we, each and every one of us, decide that in our heart. And we, each and every one of us, stand up and stand strong in that energy. We change things on planet Earth. We see each and every one of us deciding that in our heart today to be the best, to be the love that we have been looking for, to be the change on this planet that we have been looking for, to be a change in ourselves that we have been looking for, and to realize, again, through our realize, not the eyes of the trauma, the eyes of the lack, or the eyes of hatred and division that they would like us to see, but through eyes of peace, through eyes of love, through eyes of joy, through eyes of helpfulness, through eyes of caring and unity, we can lift our planet up, we can lift each other up, and we can have a much, much, much brighter and better future. With that, we say thank you. And we see Mother Gaia, of course, with no X's or O's in her sky and no forever chemicals or plastics in and on her soils and waters. With that, we say hallelujah, so it is, and so it shaboom, shall be. And with that, we say I love you, thank you, and grateful that you are all here today. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here, and we will be live, not Memorex, again tomorrow, same time, same channel, tomorrow. Today, I will take the channeling from yesterday. Of course, we'll get that posted up, and we will go from there. But thank you guys for being here. Thank each and every one of you. Hallelujah. It's the highest, that's the highest angelic word. I'm not giving my amen, right? It's like amen ra. Co-opting my energies or anything. Amen. You know, but no, hallelujah. I send it all up to the light. I send it to the angels, and we see it as it is. And with that, I say I love you all. Thank you. And we'll get this cat upstairs, and then we take a shower. I will see you shortly. I will see you all in the next. Thank you guys for being here. And love you all. See you tomorrow in the dawning.